Let us try this again. I feel like it's such an idiot. Yes. I think. Are we back? Is the audio? Is the audio working? I don't know. We hear you now. Yes. So sorry. Yeah. So sorry about that. I go through like exhaustive like measures and checks before every live stream, and for some reason though, the audio level just escaped me. Hey, check the audio. I had to go into like Streamlabs, like microphone settings, and then choose another setting. And I mean, the microphone's been working fantastic for everything else, but for some reason it just doesn't. It just wasn't working here. So hello, let's try this again. Take two. Merry Christmas, everyone. It's of course Christmas Day over here in Australia. And welcome, yes, Sting, Nikos, Beaker, Robert, Dante, Paul, Ricky. What we got? Eddie, DeGriz. Chris says hi, Rob. Arizona Salty Division reporting for duty. Good morning, Chris. I hope everyone's having a really good Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. Depends on where you are on this great rock that we are floating around in the vastness of space, in the emptiness of space. Peter says, Sweden says hi. Let me know where you're all coming in from. Obviously it's going to be a large American audience, but we do have a lot of European, New Zealanders, Australians as well. We are all one big family online. We've got Shed says Belgium, and Prare says Alberta, Canada. Oh, by the way, thank you. As I was closing off the live stream, I saw a super chat come through, and someone said to make sure that you reboot the system or something like that. So thank you so much for the super chat. I did see it as I was shutting down Streamlabs and shooting it up again. So we got Alberta, Canada, Ontario, Canada, Texas, South Aussie, Belgium, Quebec. What do we got? UK, Queensland, James. Welcome. What do we got? NC and TN. Adam says the North Pole. Oh, by the way, if we're very lucky, Mrs. Meme might pop in. You might have saw her pop in on the first attempt, which she totally surprised me. I didn't realize she was gonna like pop in and say hello, but she might pop in a little bit later on the stream. Not gonna do a very long stream. Just wanted to do a very quick like Christmassy catch up. How's everyone doing? Like a little bit of a we've got family coming around at lunchtime today, so we're having like a bit of a lunch. Christmas. I'll see if I can put the chat up on the screen there as well. Merry Christmas. Devastator Hill says Merry Christmas from SCUSA, Midwestern USA. We're hunkered down due to the storm conditions. Holy crap, those snowstorms are incredible. Yeah, all that climate change you people are having over there. Some of the scenes is just absolutely kind of like mind-blowing. I couldn't imagine living in that kind of like I couldn't imagine living with all that snow. Of course, over here in Australia, it's all sunshine. We have snow down in the some parts. You can go skiing and that if you want, but I just couldn't imagine all that snow. We've got Merry Christmas Eve from Wisconsin, Lucadia, Chris, Tuscan AZ, Salt Division. What do we got? Salty Army, Free State of Florida. Okay, bad news for Curry there with the judge ruling against, what a crap, absolute crap situation that is. Sting says, where is my global warming? Absolutely. There's a lot of people in the serious... Oh, thank you so much, Wild Will, for the $5 through the super chat there. Thank you so much. James Smith, Salty Army. We got Aloha. I can't read that your username there, but from Hawaii, USA. And Paul says Prout crop ruined in the UK due to the freezing temperatures. I remember over here in Australia, probably 10 years ago, when the whole global warming thing was and we were in the drought. They were saying we're never going to have big rains again. The dams aren't going to fill up. Well, we're going to be. It's all doom and gloom. Of course. Excuse me. Unless you, excuse me. Well, unless you pay all the climate taxes and what have you. But now, as a couple of years later, massive floods, and of course they were all wrong. They're all wrong about pretty much everything. What have we got? Already melting in Oregon. Hello from the UK, Cynthia. Hello, hi Cynthia from Missouri. I hope I pronounced that right. Chris says Kari is going to appeal. Absolutely. I hope she appeals as well. The whole situation's just totally messed up. And it's oops, we made a big whoopsie. We put in the wrong, it was just absolutely insane, the whole situation. Hello, Merry Christmas. 999 the Eagle says, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. I think that's Massachusetts. Louise says, never thought I would see Walter White make hilarious memes. Thanks so much, everyone for joining here. As I said, just a quick live stream and a quick chat. I just love hanging out with you people. People are just absolutely magnificent. J Rose says, thanks for the vids and memes. Thanks for watching. This year was been over. Beyond expectations. I came back to YouTube in January 2022, and this year just has been mind blowing, absolutely mind blowing. But right now we're kind of in YouTube's bad books. They're kind of shadow banning the channel because we got a strike on a video made a few years ago. So hopefully that the way they're trying to strangle the channel, hopefully that kind of eases off when the strike expires in 90 days. A Merry Christmas from Alaska. Elvis, Isle of Guam. It's amazing. I love hearing from where everyone's coming from. South Texas, Venture, California. Let me know. What are you doing? Are you doing anything for Christmas? What's happening? I understand it's probably Christmas Eve in most parts of the world here. Karima says, Merry Christmas, Purebloods. AK says, yes, we do need a good laugh. And I think that's that's kind of this channel is entertainment. This channel is politics can be quite serious. There's some really bad stuff going out there in the name of politics right now, and I guess offer a little bit of levity, a little bit of entertainment. The memes, of course, you can say about 1,000 words for every meme. The memes pack a lot of information. But I hope that you get entertained, that you smile, that you laugh. That it just gives you that good, the videos are only very short, gives you a good little buzz or a good little feeling, and that's the whole purpose of this channel is to make you feel good. 24/7 live AS Sky says ultra deplorable. I gotta slow down a little bit. My wife says I talk too fast when I'm on a live stream. My brain is running about 1,000 miles an hour, so I kind of got to slow things down a little bit. El Terrifico says cold in Toronto. Howdy from Montana, warming up here. Merry Christmas from Busy, the one time of the year painfully baked meal in the middle of summer is acceptable. Well, that's right. It's we get Christmas, and it's kind of in Australia. It's middle of summer, so you have these big sort of hot hot meals and that sort of thing. So it's kind of a strange thing. In summer. Merry Christmas. GR says Merry Christmas from Texas. Salty Army, pure blood forever. Merry Christmas from the mountains in New York where it gets 4 degrees. That's right. That's cool. I would love Christmas in the snow. I would love like a white Christmas. We've never had a white Christmas. It's always been a summer over here. It's like Christmas in Australia is like the beach. It's it's very, very different to sort of that white Christmas. I have to remember also to drink. I raided the bar fridge. One of my sons downstairs, and he's just got this like vodka, whatever it is, grapefruit vodka. It's actually fairly nice. Maybe have like 1 or 2 of them. Yakma says, Merry Christmas, my guy. Keep doing what you are doing. And absolutely. Like through 2023, like we'll be taking a break from the channel over the Christmas period, have a couple of weeks off. I might go somewhere in the van to a beach somewhere. But yeah, in 2023, we'll be back. Slightly new format. We'll be keeping the memes of the day kind of running. We're doing a few more live streams, getting upping our live stream game, doing just a slightly different format coming back into 2023. And hopefully the YouTube gods start smiling on the channel, again, start to get us back into that algorithm. As you know, they've cut the reach of the channel by about 70%, which is pretty rough. But I hope it's like a temporary thing. But we will keep pumping the memes out. Kind of no matter what YouTube does, we will keep the memes coming out. Rod says 64 degrees in Las Vegas. Merry Christmas, everyone. Go on the Noi, many on Twitter. Taliban having lots of folks over to celebrate. Thanks for all that you do. Thanks so much for watching. We've got Michigan. White Christmas is way overrated. I imagine it would be. I imagine it would be a whole lot of pain in the neck, all that snow that you got. But it would look good. It would really look good. Jeff says, I'm dreaming of a white pure blood Christmas. That's hilarious. Rupert says, I'm glad the audio is working now, mate. Chris says, Merry Coast from the Fraser Coast, Queensland. Fraser Coast, I spent a lot of time in Burham Heads, so I'm very familiar with that area up there. My family was kind of like born up there. It's like probably where I'll probably go to retire. L.I.O. Scope says, meme left, where are you located? Just one because the accent, Australia, mate. Australia. It's amazing sometimes when I'm ordering food, I lock into an American accent for some reason, which I don't know why. Richard says, keep at it, love this channel, keep sticking it to the cray left. I mean, that's right. The whole idea of this channel, entertain you, try to get the ball of our side of politics up the field. It's kind of like I look at politics like maybe a game of football where you've got the ball and the ball is kind of the culture, and you want to get the ball more on. You want to advance your ideas, your ideologies up the field. So right now, I feel like we're just playing a whole lot of defense. We need to get a lot more aggressive, a lot more on the offense. You'll never guess who JC said, you'll never guess who responded to my comment on YouTube video, the GOAT of tennis herself, Venus Williams. Really? Well, yeah, what a fantastic tennis player, Venus. A Stud says, yo, start driving the traffic to Rumble. I mean, Rumble's great. Doesn't have a growth algorithm. Doesn't have an algorithm that can help you grow. YouTube has the growth algorithm. I could spend like an hour talking about the growth algorithm, how the algorithm grows a channel. I mean, YouTube's algorithm grew this channel from, say, it was like 30,000 subscribers in January 2022 to 193,500 today. That's the growth algorithm. But Rumble doesn't have the growth algorithm. Rumble is basically a video hosting site, and it does a great job for that. So, but I hope that Rumble really does, build a growth algorithm so that you can grow. And all the videos are on Rumble. The videos are on BitChute. I'm also putting videos on Odyssey, but there's no algorithm to grow, so that the views stay very low and the sub levels kind of stay the same as well. What those platforms are kind of wanting us creators on YouTube to do is port our audiences over to those platforms. But no, I don't think that's the right way. You have to be able to build an audience on the platform like you can build an audience on YouTube. Not just expect that creators are going to port all their YouTube viewers over to another platform. I think that's very lazy of a platform. As much as I love Rumble, they need a growth algorithm. Thanks. Joe says, thanks for the great content and a happy new year. And everyone, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Every single view, every single like, every single comment is so appreciated. I know we really try to get into the comments as much as possible. I don't think there's many other YouTubers out there who are involved in the comments as much as this channel. I mean, it just seems so many YouTubers just seem to kind of ignore the comments. There's too many comments, so they really don't get into the comments. Well, I'm not saying that to brag, but I just love the comments. I love getting into the comments because you are my customer. You're the audience. It's like you're coming into my shop. And so I have to listen, and I'm listening. Definitely, if you're putting in comments and even like maybe criticism, I love constructive criticism. If you see something you don't like, you let me know. Nick Knack says, are Australians this loud? Pretty much, mate. Yeah, we're not very quiet. Not very quiet. Rupert says AIG algorithm is sketchy, dude. I think you're saying the algorithm's sketchy. Yeah, I mean, YouTubers live and die on the algorithm. If the algorithm is for you, it's working as it should, and your content is being shared out, recommended to others, you have new growth, your views keep growing, you're growing, and it's fantastic. When the algorithm turns on you, it restricts you from going out. That's when YouTube can become a fairly kind of like a negative place. Anyway, maybe one day I should just make a video just talking about my YouTube story, how I started out on YouTube, and just sort of tried to get into all the behind the scenes stuff of what it takes to build a YouTube channel. And for me, a YouTube channel is kind of like your own TV station. You have a little TV station out there, and you start off with a very small audience, and you grow your audience, and it grows and it grows, and maybe it becomes like your job. Maybe it becomes how you eat food, how you pay the bills as well. So you can do that on YouTube. I'm very grateful to YouTube for this platform. If YouTube wasn't here, I wouldn't be able to build what we've been able to build. So but I'm also YouTube. I have like a love-hate relationship with YouTube. It is like anyway. Michelle says, put Mrs. Meme back on. She will. She probably will. She'll pop in a little bit later. She's doing a lot of getting ready for our Christmas. Our Christmas lunch today. Anyway, let me know if you like this comment box. Does this comment box work in the live stream? Because I can, let me know if it's a positive thing or if you see it as maybe like a little bit of a negative thing. Adam says lots of comedians in the comments. YouTube Waters says, as an Aussie, I didn't know it was an Aussie channel. It's kind of a all over a global channel. I just happen to live in, Australia. I could live anywhere in the world, and I would still make the same content. And a lot of folks are kind of like, well, Why do you focus more on like, kind of the American political scene? Well, I think that what's that expression that the culture is downstream, or politics is downstream from culture. I see a lot of the left woke culture coming from America. It's kind of like ground zero. So I'm kind of like fighting against the left, fighting against the woke at ground zero. That's where it comes from. So that's where I want to fight the war. Kind of where most of the war is. Dude, keep on rocking truth through memes. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, Gary. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Three bald Tomcat. Merry Christmas, mate. Keep doing what you're doing. Love what you're doing. You're number one, bro. Thank you so much. I mean, I am so humbled. There's so many people watch the videos, and it is like crazy. I can tell you that the views this channel was getting before we had our strike, before YouTube has kind of like strangled us out of the algorithm, was I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe the numbers. Every week, like millions of views. I think like last year it was like 94 million. Like this year so far, it's been like 94 million views. It is just, but that to me is mind blowing. But what I love about that the most, it's not me. It's that it pushes. It kind of helps push our ideology up the field. That's what we're here for. We're here to get our ideology, the anti-woke. I'm fighting the woke. I'm fighting the left with memes and with videos, and just trying to hold them accountable. That hypocrisy. Someone says the box is in the way of the live stream chat. I guess it depends how it's. Let me know. Let me know if I should remove the box or the box stays. One, I remove the box. Two, put two in the chat and the box stays. Yeah. Someone said something about was it Memeology? Memeology up there. Yeah, I love the guy. We talk a lot. Where is it? I got to scroll up a little bit here. I've lost. I'm trying to keep up with the chat as much as possible. Yeah, Memeology, great guy, fantastic guy. He's I think he's like Honduran, absolutely the most genuine, kind of like the most. Thank you so much, Matthew. Thank you so much, Matthew, for the don't ever stop. You're a legend. Thank you so much. For watching the videos, for liking, for sharing. It means the absolute world. And together, we can push our ball. We can push our ball up the field as well. But, like Memeology, he's a fantastic, absolutely fantastic guy. He's so genuine. And we talk a lot, and he's helped me out. If I'm doing something wrong, he'll like ding me on it really quick. So he's definitely like he's definitely the master of that kind of meme genre, kind of like video. Got so much. I would love to do like maybe a live stream with Memeology one day. Matthew says, how is the RV? Yeah, I got two vans, one that I've built out, an Iveco, and one that I've just bought. I've just bought a Fiat Ducato, which in America would be the Ram ProMaster. And I'm going to be we're building that van out now, just ordering all the electrical, the air conditioning, or ordering all the kind of the big ticket items. And we will, I'll be building that one out, probably finish the build by like March, April kind of thing in the next year. It takes a good month or two to build. Gavin, thank you so much for the super chat. Remember Briz 31. I'm not sure what that reference is. I'm not sure what Briz 31 reference there is. Is it something to do with Brisbane? Anyway, let me know in the chat. But thank you so much for the super chat there. I'll keep 3 Ballad Tomcat says, I'll keep sharing all of your uploads, dude. The left has control of the algorithm. We have to overcome that with sharing. That's right, sharing. Right now, the channel is. I don't want to get too much into this because I don't want to sound like one of those whining. Don't get me wrong. My life is extremely privileged. Jim, thank you so much for the super chat there. So keep the goodies coming. You're rocking the web. Merry Christmas. Absolutely. Yeah, we will keep going. And thank you so much. And like I said, I don't want to be one of those YouTubers that's moaning and bitching about views dropping off. And I see, a lot of YouTubers do that and it turns people away. But after the channel got our strike, our views dropped by about 75%. So YouTube basically strangling us in the algorithm. And the way to get around that is to share. Please share. And we can get around that. We are being suppressed like crazy. In the algorithm right now. I go through the analytics and you can see, hello, my wife.
Merry Christmas from Australia.
Yes. I probably should move. That doesn't really work. Yeah. Yes. My wife, Mrs. Meme. You'll probably a lot of the times you'll see her in the comments as well. Just responding to comments. Sometimes it's me, sometimes it's Mrs. Me, it's Mrs. Meme as well. So I know a lot of people have said, "Hey, where's Mrs. Meme?" Yeah, she is now. Hello, Mrs. Claus. Yeah. The wife, the Minister for War and Finance.
Who knows nothing about politics.
Sometimes I have to explain the videos. I'm explaining the videos, and it's like, because you watch them, but then I have to explain them. And so a little bit doesn't quite get some of the nuance in the memes and that, but that's okay. That's quite all right. But yeah, no, we're definitely a team here. And a lot of the ideas I'm running past the boss, and yeah. Yeah, Merry Christmas. Hello to the missus. Merry Christmas, Mrs. Meme. Yeah, no, we've been married nearly 30 years.
In May next year.
Yeah, 30 years in May. I know. How could I be married for 30 years when I look this young? I mean, that's what I think too. That's what I think too. But yeah, no. But this channel is definitely like a jewel. I couldn't do this all on my own. It's
memes. Yes, we do have many memes, but they have grown up. There's 6 of them, and 1 grandbaby. That was from.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Yes. Lots of. Yeah. Thank you so much. Some of the memes are deep and require background knowledge. That's right. There's a little bit for some people that if you're not really sort of on down with the meme culture a little bit. Some of the memes go over, and I'll be actually explaining. Oh, this meme means this, and she'll come to me and say, "How come this video?" Yeah, Firehouse. Yes, thank you so much. As PJ says, most Americans don't know anything about politics either. Either way, yeah. Thank you, Regional. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too. Merry Christmas, Mina left 30 years. That's nice. I mean, I could have got out for a triple murder in 25 years or something, or it could have been like Sam Bankman, whatever that SBF guy is, and stole $20 billion and basically be out now. So yeah, yeah. It's this. It's the same. Mrs. Salty. She works so hard behind the scenes. Of that show as well. Yeah, absolutely. Takes a team to run the show as well. And eventually, I'd like to, bring the ball and chain, bring the wife. Maybe we'll do some streams, some full streams, sort of together, because I know that we do have the audience is kind of I think it's probably John, thank you so much for the super chat. Merry Christmas, me. Much love from the Salty Army. Thank you so much. That's I really appreciate that, and really appreciate people just watching. You've been encouraged, liking the videos, sharing the videos. It is so humbling. But thank you so much. But I think I've lost track of what I was even saying before. Yeah, no. Eventually, I'd like to do some streams, or maybe even I was doing a few videos where I'm explaining memes to my wife. That's kind of like because I know that our audience is probably like 70% male, 30% like female, according to the analytics. So there's still the female. Yes, there are male and female. There is only male and female. It's So we still have a lot of ladies. Well, ladies in the chat as well. So yeah, so this channel is a joint venture, and this is the first time that the Mrs. Meme has come actually in front of the camera. So I think we'll do a little bit more of that next year. You and Salty needs a collab. I mean, he's busy. I know maybe one day I'd love to do a stream with him. Next year. How do you do? PJ says, how do you do it? Most of us in the US can't name our own congresswoman. Yeah, I mean, I look at politics as it's the culture. I mean, politics is the culture. It's kind of like a sport. Two teams playing. They're trying to get the ball up to the other end to score the goal. Right now, the ball, I think, is more. We're playing more defense, so the left are pushing the ball down into our territory. We've got to push the ball back. So all the YouTubers like Salty, Let's Be Frank, Memeology, Liberal Hive Mind, another great YouTuber, talk to Hive Mind a lot as well. And I probably, John talks, and we're trying to push the ball. We're trying to push the ball further down the field, and that's like we're trying to write the culture. We got Salty Berserker UK division. Some of them seem like code until my second cup of coffee. I'm not sure. Yeah. Oscar says, I'm a lady in Adelaide. Love your work. Keep it up. Yes, we also still have a large Australian audience as well, but it's predominantly about 70% American. If you want to say the majority of the audience is 70% American, about 65 to 70% kind of male, in that 20 to, I think it's that 25 to 50 kind of like demographic. Let's Go Brandon. Of course, today was the 1 year anniversary of the Let's Go Brandon phone call. So that's absolutely hilarious. The Firehouse says, we appreciate all you do, Meme. It takes everyone pitching in just to get a fraction of what the left, the mainstream, platforms promoting their ideas. That's right. The left has control of kind of. I see the left having control of like academia, entertainment in to a big degree. A lot of branches of government, and what's also what they have control of is HR departments in major companies. The left has huge control of HR department. Okay,
I have work to do.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Bless you guys. Merry Christmas. Thanks for supporting Meme the Left.
Yeah, I couldn't do without her. She's one heck of an amazing woman. I don't know how I got so kind of lucky. You look back on life, and you look back at like little decisions that were made, like back there, and you think, wow, if I had done that one thing slightly different, it would have put my life on a totally different course. And obviously, I wouldn't have met my wife. We wouldn't have all these kids and even grandbaby, and so I'm very thankful. Absolutely very thankful. And instead, I live an extremely kind of like privileged. I don't want to say like privileged in the whole like you're a privileged white male. Oh, you can't. But I mean, I am privileged. I'm privileged. I feel I'm like just very, very lucky. Very lucky. My health, I still have my health. And my whole body kind of works perfectly. Nothing's stopped working yet. I'm 53 years of old, so eventually, things are going to stop working, but I try to stay fit, try to stay active. I do a lot of bike racing. So, I definitely, My body is great. My mind is still reasonably sane. I haven't gone kind of insane yet. But I feel very privileged. I feel very lucky. I feel very fortunate. Yeah, everything is kind of like everything is really good. Gary says, can see my chats being blocked in your box stream. There are some. The YouTube does a little bit of like chat moderation in there. We don't kind of like block comments. We don't have moderators. Maybe not big enough of a stream to have moderators on there. Watchman. Yeah, she's beautiful. She's beautiful, and I'm very, 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 very lucky to have to have a life partner, a wife like that. Thank you and Merry Christmas right back at you. Harry says, did I hear 6 kids? Didn't you have a TV? Mate, we have a big home cinema. I had when we built the house, I built the house like 15 years ago. I built a fairly big home cinema. The screen's about nearly 3.5 meters wide, whatever that is in feet. For you Americans who haven't adopted the metric system yet, it's a massive. It takes up like the whole wall. It's like the whole thing. It's got this massive like sound system and everything. We went all out, and then used it for a good time, but really don't. And then kind of like streaming came along and portable devices, came along when you watch content on. So yeah, we have a big like 60-inch plasma in the upstairs like main family. So there's like 3 TVs in this house. So people say, you have 6 kids, didn't you have a TV? We got heaps of TVs, mate. We had heaps of TVs around here. Bubba Yaga says, I come to YouTube only for Me and the Left, John Talks, Hive Mind and Memeology. That's like the channels I watch too. Otherwise, I'm on Rumble. You need to transition. Yeah, well, like we are on Rumble as well, but just the videos don't get as many views over there on Rumble as they do on YouTube. My cats, Ocean Breathe Salty says, my cats are more privileged than me. I had a little. When I'm doing a lot, like if I'm editing videos, I'm working I'm sitting down right now, but this desk is one of those electronic standing desks, so I'm usually working standing up because I don't like to edit sitting down. I like to edit. Excuse me. I like to edit standing. I like to edit standing up. So the cat will always come and sits right on my feet, and so I can't move can't move the feet. So I think I posted in the comments when we lost our dog. A couple of days later, my son. So we kind of adopted a little kitten, and the little kitten is a cat now. It's a big cat, definitely one of the family. Charles says, I'm disabled, struggling to keep the heat going, have to pay extraordinary taxes, need dental, home repairs, vehicle down. Man, you just sound like you're going through a whole lot of tough times there, Charles. But I try to remember it could always be worse. I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, we've been through hard times, in our marriage as well. Not marriage wise. It's really strange, but just like financially hard times, and there's a real struggle. Yeah, when things just bad things just seem to like pile up, negative things, and you have to struggle through as a couple, as a family. We got. I should have a bit of a. BCIM says, meme them into oblivion. Absolutely. When before YouTube sort of started strangling the channel, the memes of the day, I think they were averaging about 120k views, and for that to me is trying to push the ball up the field. And I hope that everyone is also maybe sharing the memes on social media and that sort of thing. People really underestimate the power of memes. The memes can really cut through, deliver a lot of information very quickly. What we're trying to do is reach the normies. Salty talks a lot about this is reaching the people, the normies. You get a lot of people, maybe they're entrenched on the right or left of politics, and I'm kind of like center right. Definitely don't consider myself a Republican. But I'm against the woke. I'm against the kind of the woke left. So we're definitely trying to to push our ball, our ideology like up the field. There, reaching those normies with memes. Yep. Celia says the channels you mentioned are the same ones I watch. That's right. I watch a lot of John Talks. But if you looked at my kind of like YouTube, Slim Pickens 09, I watched you every morning on Rumble. Slim, one of the OGs, absolutely one of the OGs of the channel, and good to have you in the chat there, Slim. But totally lost my thought now. GR says that would be an awesome stream, having Mrs. Meme and Mrs. Salty on a stream. I mean, if you looked at like my YouTube, what do you call it, like the timeline or whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of Rust content, gameplay in there. A little bit of site. It kind of reflects all your politics and your likes, and that's what kind of makes YouTube great. It knows what content you want to watch. It recommends content. Is it Christmas morning? Gary says, is it Christmas morning there? Yes, it's Christmas morning here. We're having we've already done like a big family gathering Christmas last weekend, and our family is kind of like scattered in the four winds. So we've already done a big proper family one, but this afternoon we're having a smaller kind of family lunch, which is going to be with my mother and father and a few others coming over as well. So really looking forward to that. What about Michelle says, I was centre right until this administration was planted. Now I'm further right. You're probably in the same, your politics is probably in the same place, but the left has gone so far left that it just seems like it's further away. But I know exactly what you're saying there. Chris says left or right, both are the same system. You look at all those wanker Republicans supporting that omnibus spending bill. I don't identify as I'm not a Republican. It was insane. Why are they supporting this kind of like madness? Angelia says, thank you for the show us a little of your life and your soul. I wish you viewers a Merry Christmas and Jesus in your hearts every day. Thank you so much, thanks. That's very nice. Mean the left, who's your least favorite leftoid YouTubers? Honestly, the way the algorithm works, I don't watch the algorithm. It kind of creates this echo chamber that it knows what you want and it knows what you don't want. It's if you're on the right of politics, and it's not going to start suggesting to you Young Turks. I couldn't watch them. I couldn't. You would have to like. It would be like shoving bamboo up my fingernails to watch them. So obviously YouTube knows. YouTube knows YouTube knows what I like to watch. So I was not going to suggest a lot of those kind of left-wing channels. But I don't really watch a lot of like left kind of content. Maria says, prior to finding you, you covered the Canadian truck convoy. I only knew of Zeducation. Then you came in and John Talks and Memology. That's right. When the Canadian truckers, there was a lot of interest. There was a lot, a lot of the world's kind of focus kind of shifted to how the government was treating the Canadian truckers, and I think that was like a massive kind of like red pilling moment for the world, seeing how these people are being like unfairly treated by the government. And Trudeau, it's unbelievable. This guy is actually like voted into office. Rupert says dinner time. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Thanks for stopping. By Rupert. You have a Merry Christmas, sir. Michelle says, I love my city. It's become maddening. John says, massive respect, Mr. White. You're a wizard. When it comes to memes, I'm so, just so grateful that that there is an audience to receive and just to make people happy, make people smile. Make people smile, and just to encourage. I mean, this is entertainment. We're here to encourage, but also to reach those normies. Jimmy, Mr. D, Jimmy Dore is an okay lefty. Of all the commentators on the left, Jimmy is probably the one that I respect the most. I mean, I don't agree. I'm not going to agree on a lot of issues with Jimmy Dore, but he sticks to his principles. He's got his principles, and he just doesn't bend over, and he doesn't compromise. He doesn't compromise. He is genuine. I thoroughly believe that he's just an absolutely genuine guy. And I see some of his content in my timeline. I love. He's a good guy. What do we got? Wolf says, salty cracker lotus eaters. Also check out Morgoth's review. I'm not sure who that is there. We've got Michelle. What do we got? I haven't had a television for over 2 years. It's strange. If you didn't have a TV, probably maybe 10, 15 years ago, you'll consider some far extremist, kind of religious, kind of nutbag. You don't have a television. Waffle Salter, thank you so much for the super chat, sir. Thank you so much. All I want for Christmas is more memes. That's right. The memes will be returning towards the end of January after we've had a little break. Yeah, and once again, I've totally lost my thought there. Yeah, but Jimmy, I love Jimmy Dore. As I said, we would definitely not agree on a lot of issues, but a lot of issues totally agree on. But he's genuine, he's authentic, and his audience realize, knows that he's authentic, it's fantastic that he's built up such a great audience as he has there. Aaron says, we're deep in the snow up north. Trudeau is nuts. Love your memes. Thank you so much for watching. Richard says, Jimmy is someone I watch every day. Boom says, can't stand Keith Olbermann. Oh my God, don't get me started on Keith Olbermann. The dude is just, what he got banned on Twitter. He did something wrong, okay? He got banned on Twitter. And then he's got his dog's got a Twitter account, so he starts posting on his dog's Twitter account, moaning that he got banned on the other account. And for some reason, even though they unbanned him on his other account, apparently he couldn't get access to his other account. So it's crazy. Thinking Impaired says Jimmy used to be on the Young Turks. That's right, but he doesn't see a lot. He doesn't see eye to eye with Cenk these days. John Smith says memes are a huge tool of our armory. Absolutely. Absolutely. As I said, it's what Salty would say. We're trying to reach the normies. We're trying to reach the people who aren't so entrenched kind of in politics. And I think the memes really do cut through that. Please, yes, please hit that like button. If you haven't hit that like button, please hit that like button. YouTube, we're trying to fight our way out of this shadow ban right now, hoping that it kind of is something that lapses when the strike, the 90-day strike lapses on this channel. So yeah, but please hit that like button, and please share the videos to people that you might know, who might like or might not like the videos as well. What do we got? Yeah, Itchy Nad says Jimmy Dore, the socialist they call right wing. And he's so far, he's nowhere near on the right, but he's not playing ball for, like the woke left. So obviously they're against him. Dr. Alice says, do you have roos around? Yeah, we do. Roos and wallabies. It's funny, there's a story. We used to take in Japanese exchange students. They would come over here for like 6 weeks. It's called like homestay. They would stay in our home. I love them. They're the best. They're the greatest guests. They're so courteous. They're so well mannered. But and we picked one up from when the bus dropped them off at the university, and we're driving home to our place. And the Japanese student is like, do you have kangaroos in your street? And I'm like, no, that's just a bit of a cliche. We don't have the Japanese think that the kangaroos are jumping down all our streets here in Australia. But no. And I kid you not, as soon as we drive down our street, there's 2 kangaroos on the spare block next to us on the footpath. And they just jumped out of the car, and they wanted to try to run over to the kangaroos. It was absolutely hilarious. Alexandria says, beware of the koalas. That's right, man. Those drop bears are absolutely insane. Well, Gary says algorithms do not understand sarcasm. No, that's right. I mean, as I said before, YouTube algorithm is absolutely fantastic when it's working for you. When it's working against you, it's not so good. Right now, it's really working against the channel. So I really appreciate shares and just appreciate some like some help. I'm not one that kind of asks for help. As I said, I don't want to be one of those YouTubers that's like moaning, complaining about views being down. But I'd really like. I think I really need some help. BDZ said, love you, brother. Sorry about the thought police sinking their fans into wherever they can. Been a long time coming to get to this spot so far. I'm really happy you're still here sharing with us. I'll be honest, I'm surprised that YouTube kind of didn't clamp down on the channel earlier this year. We restarted the channel in like January this year, and then the growth, it was an amazing ride. And I don't know, and I knew that the music would stop. Now, what I mean by the music, I mean by the algorithm promoting the videos. So what the algorithm does is it kind of is the rocket fuel. So you put a video out there, and the algorithm then adds all the fuel, and it just shoots that video. It shoots the video right out there, and then it reaches new people. It gets into new, and that's where you get all your growth. That's where you get your big views. And I couldn't believe that they kept letting the channel go with the algorithm just pumping all the videos. Some of the videos were getting like 100,000 views in 1 hour. It was that's insane for kind of like a small channel. Massive channels don't get those kind of views, but YouTube is just like, the algorithm is just like cheering for the videos, and it's pumping the videos out. Of course, the videos get fantastic engagement. They get lots of likes, lots of comments. That's what YouTube wants. And so YouTube then rewards that video, and it pumps it out even more. You get more views, and you just get onto this positive kind of a cycle. And I'm amazed that YouTube kept the music going for kind of as long as they did. Okay, but I'm very grateful. I would like that music back again, because it's obviously, I want to reach as many people as possible, get our message up to as many people as possible. Daniel says would love a Christmas AOC clap. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Yes, it's funny. AOC was pretty much one of the only the politicians on the left who voted against that massive $1.7 trillion omnibus spending bill, because in the bill, it actually had funding for like ICE and it had funding for border protection and what have you. So she was obviously very very upset about them actually funding things like border protection or border control, immigration enforcement, and what have you. So yes, Daniel, there is your AOC Christmas clap, sir. Dune says, "Don't mention our emu overlords." Gary says, "Only 150 watching, bet it's thousands, if not more. Meme the left rocks." I mean, traditionally the streams are kind of like, we're not a streaming channel. If you really want to build up your streaming audience, you have to do a lot of streams. You have to do a lot of like, you have to really. We're not sort of. I don't do regular streams. But yeah, so yeah, that is probably true. And if you want to help, increase that number a little bit, please hit that like button down below, because the like button will get out. But if you want to become a channel that wants to really build the stream numbers, you have to do a lot of streams to kind of build the stream numbers. There would be more viewers, but everyone's digging out of snow at the moment. I like small streams. I got to be honest, like a couple of hundred viewers at once concurrent. That is fantastic. I mean, there's enough chat there. You get those streams where the chat is just moving so quick. How can there be any kind of interaction with that? I like a kind of a gentle, a slower stream. So, and anything under maybe 500 would be nice, but anything under 300 is like good fishing, is like good going. I don't know how Salty does 10,000 or 15,000. I mean, I would be stage fright like crazy. I'm kind of I'm a band that plays in small clubs as far as the streaming goes. Karama number one says, "Protect everyone's border except ours." I mean, to me, that's just insane. If you don't have a border, you don't have a country. It's just and the border is just wide open. Was it nearly 3 million illegals have walked in over the border this year alone? Sorry, I'm missing a few chats up here. Mr. White, you're in Australia, right? So it's 14. Yeah, I think we're 14 hours ahead. It's 9:12 a.m. on a Sunday morning over here in Australia. Oh yeah, a lot of people do rewatch the streams. I'm not saying there's a lot of value in watching a stream that's already been done, but some people do. Some people do watch the streams after they're finished. Because the thing with a live stream, it only works when the people who are on YouTube at that very moment, kind of thing. That what I like about I put the regular videos out, and people can watch them throughout the day. It kind of works on their schedule. But live streams are like, well, you have to watch right now. You have to watch right now. So that's part of the downside. The kind of the downside to live streaming. It's kind of like, you have to be there. You have to be there right now. And CH says, "I like the speed of this chat." So do I. I mean, it's moving, but it's not like strolling that you kind of miss everything. Gary says, "Have had 5 chats blocked in the stream so far, striking at the nerves of." I mean, definitely there's no moderation going on there at all. Talking Trash says, "Maybe the chat like the speed you're on." I'm not sure about speed. This is I'm on a lot. I do drink a little bit of caffeine, so I guess caffeine is probably the ultimate. What is it? The world's the world's most used drug. I probably had like 2 or 3 coffees. I'll drink coffee up to lunchtime, and then after lunch, I'll then get onto like a caffeine-free kind of Rooibos tea. Butter Khan, g'day mate, g'day, and Michael Cruz, another OG her channel. Recognize that name from a long time ago. And Day One, good to see you, my friend. Merry Christmas to you, and Merry Christmas, everyone. No matter what you're doing tomorrow, if you're spending time with family or friends or anything like that, just I hope everyone has I'm seeing some of the meth comments in there. I'm getting the whole Breaking Bad, Walter White meme there. So yes, I understand that now. Michael says, I rewatch them all the time. I loved your Halloween with those costumes. I have it saved on my iPhone. That's great, mate. John says, I'm late finishing up family dinner. Welcome, John. That's like some of these streams, I don't kind of like to do a specific show where there's like a start and an end. I just want to hang out, talk with you, interact with you, as much as possible. What does CH says? Why has Earth become expensive all over? You're talking about like purchasing things. Everything's just like I'm doing a van build at the moment, and when I did my previous van build back in like 2000, I think it was like 2020, things were a lot cheaper. Things were cheaper back then. I think that's before like the whole supply chain restraints and whatever came in. But now doing this second second van build, it's I'm noticing that there has been a little bit of a price bump. Starshine Ranch says, Merry Christmas from Oregon. No friggin' temps here, 3 p.m. Christmas Eve. And we've got, comments just flew up there a little bit. Are you sub to, Zed, I love Tyler's work. Caffeine, as John Smith says, more like the sniff. Yeah, no, I don't do any of that stuff. I don't even smoke. I think I've had like one puff. I had one puff of a cigarette back when I was like 18 or something like that. This girl I was trying to get with, she gave me a puff of a cigarette, and I was like, I coughed, and that doesn't really do it for me. I grew up in a household where my parents both smoked, and I'm like, I really wasn't interested in smoking. So yeah, no, I don't do any of the, I don't do any of the other stuff as well. So yeah, just lots of caffeine, and just generally kind of very, very kind of upbeat, kind of like positive, glass half full, just full of kind of like, just always like always trying to like move fast. John Smith, do you take Bitcoin, mate? Send me as much Bitcoin as you like. Merry Christmas. 1 hour in now. We're 1 hour in now. We won't go for too much longer. I realize people have things to do, and we also have to get ready for this family lunch that we're having in a couple of hours. CH says taxes and fees are going to the moon. We very much appreciate you making us laugh in these crazy times. And for me, that's the main thing, is that people smile, people laugh, they enjoy. And yeah, politics is crazy right now. The culture is crazy right now. I think the memes keep me sane. I love making the memes of the day. I'll spend like 2 or 3 hours just sorting, finding, and even making my own memes as well. But the memes keep me keep me understanding, keeps me kind of like grounded a little bit. Christian says, meme the left wears no pants confirmed. I object to that. So that's I object. What do we got? Wolf says, got to get back to work, guys. All the best to you. Thanks so much, Wolf, for stopping by this Christmas party meme stream. Appreciate everyone who's stopping by. Miguel, thank you so much for the super chat, sir. Hug to Rob, my brother from another mother. Let's go, Brandon F. Joe Biden, Trump 2024, the greatest American president in history. Thank you so much. That's very generous there, sir. I really appreciate everyone who's like watching who comments, who likes, who shares. I mean, this YouTube experience has been just so positive. I thought when I was create this channel, I thought it was going to be maybe a lot of negativity, like a balance of kind of like, but it's all so positive. It's so, it is such a positive community. And so thank you so much, Miguel. I'm probably pronouncing your name wrong. I'm sorry, Miguel. I butchered your name. I'm so sorry. Christmas time, I sorry that it's moving a little bit quick. I mean, once when I was young, but I was just experimenting. CH says, do you have permits? Do you have permits to have a kangaroo in Australia? I mean, they just run wild. We definitely don't have them as pets. Michelle says, "Oh, my love to Mrs. Meme. You got to bring her in every now and then. That lovely lady, absolutely." I mean, I said, I've approached. I said, "Hey, we should do like a stream together," and she's like, "No, I don't want to get on camera." Anyway, so this morning was just like a little duck in, say good day. But I definitely want to do some content where we're together. And as I said, half the memes she doesn't understand, so I have to explain some of the memes. So they might be able to do explaining memes to my wife kind of videos or stuff like that. But we'll definitely do. Yeah, we'll do like a proper live stream, like a proper live stream together. Zelensky is rolling in the dough. I'm saying, why are they so concerned with Ukraine? I mean, it's just, I don't know. I just don't get the hundreds of billions of dollars being spent there when obviously you can be building hospitals, you can be building the border. I'm not a mean-spirited person, but look after your own family first. Look after your own household, your own family. That's like, if my kids were going hungry and if there was problems with my house, but I was giving thousands and thousands of dollars to another person to fix their house, but my house wasn't right. Well, that's wrong. You should fix your own house first before you start, sending money to other houses or other countries. John Smith says, your memes are a breath of fresh air. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for watching, John. Merry Christmas to everyone. And what Waffler says, I memed once but didn't inhale. We will have the memeleft.com website up and running in the new year as well. You can submit memes into there. And what I'm going to do is have the memes of the day sent over onto that website so you can easily copy memes and share those individual memes off the website. Because a lot of people have trouble sharing memes from the video. You press pause, how do you screenshot, all that kind of thing. So we will have memeleft.com running in the new year. And so you'll be able to take the memes straight off the website and share them there. Yeah, CH says we pulled out of Afghanistan and when you then went to the Ukraine. It's all beginning. Obviously, it's a proxy war against Russia. They're funding the proxy war. But, obviously, I don't agree with what Putin has done. Not a fan of Putin, not a fan of Zelensky. As someone said, if you're criticizing all this hundreds of billions of dollars going to this country, but I would just like to have some accountability. Like, where's the money being spent? No one seems to know where it's being spent. It's just this big money pit that it's going over to. A little bit of accountability would be a pretty great thing. And just because you offer criticism of Zelensky, of the whole situation at the moment, all the money going on, doesn't mean you're supporting Putin. A lot of people just don't seem to understand that they're both bad. I mean, both Zelensky and Putin, both bad. Ukraine, very, very, very corrupt country. Russia. I'm not a fan of either country. And Toon says, some say Rob, that's a vicious rumor. That's a vicious. What is that? Bring in cats, super chatters. Yeah, Ukraine laundering money. When they displayed that flag, in the house, I want to throw up. It was just so pathetic. It was just so pathetic. Yeah, Tracy says charity begins at home. That's right. Sort out all that money going to the Ukraine. How much does it cost to build a proper border? $5 billion. Can't spend money on your own fence that's around your own house, that you have people coming in and out into your backyard, coming into your house, but you've got enough money to spend fixing other people's houses. It's just the whole thing is crazy to me. Yeah, love the Christmas feast, roast bear. I don't even look at my paycheck anymore. Freaking taxes going. That's right. It's just insane. Elon Musk posted out a poll on Twitter, and it says that I think it got like 85% of people said that the Congress shouldn't pass the omnibus spending bill, and I think it had 6-7 million votes on or something like that. But the politicians aren't listening. It's the Uni Party. They don't care. They have their agenda. Screw the Americans. Screw the taxpayer. Screw the people. And the same on both sides of politics. I'm no fan of the Republicans. No fan of the Republicans on this issue at all. I have to go now. It's nice. JC, thank you so much. Thank you so much for stopping by. Timeline is pure madness. The memes help get me through. And I feel that same way as well. Mike says, thanks for all the memes. You have brought much needed humor all this year. I think my job is done right there. I mean, I get a lot of personal satisfaction, out of making people happy, and people. I see that it just brightens people's day, gives people a smile, makes people happy. That's the reward. That's the reward for me. Nostradamus, yes, Merry Christmas to you too, sir. Yeah. What's the Zelensky over here? And I understand the optics that he's playing into. That it's the war. I'm surprised he's not in like full military garb. Obviously, if he came over here in a suit, the optics wouldn't work. So he has to be in his uniform, because it's all about the image. It's the propaganda. Daytona Beach, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for giving me a giggle every day. I appreciate. Merry Christmas, and everyone in this chat. God bless. God bless you too. Thank you so much. And I'm so grateful that you do get a giggle, you get a laugh, you get a smile, and it just gives you that little. It's like I wouldn't call it a dopamine hit, but it's like a little positivity, a little hit of positivity, because these are some messed up times. Frank says Salty Army checking in from Idaho. Welcome to the stream. Me and the left, come to America. Yeah, I've been to America. Just don't leave your luggage unattended at the airport. Yes. I'm not a fan of like planes and like airports. So I'm trying to keep off planes and that. But yeah, if I did come to America, it'd be probably like Florida. Places that I'd be staying away from, like the New Yorks and all those. I've been to California. I've been to Boston. Yeah, I was over there for a web hosting conference in 2013, I think it was, or in 2012. Yeah, America's very much like Australia. It's everything. It looks the same. Everything is pretty much, we speak the same language, just use a slightly different currency, but everything, and obviously there's driving on everything. It's very, very similar to Australia. So if I was going to go to another country, which I probably wouldn't, it'd be somewhere like Japan, somewhere that's very different to Australia, somewhere that's like the culture that is kind of like the opposite, just to experience a bit of a difference. Yeah, it says Florida is great, but it's freezing here right now. I thought it was always like hot in Florida. I didn't. Tracy says we know what the left thinks about the American flag. I remember joking a few years ago that the flag will eventually become a hate symbol. You see it over here, even in Australia. A lot of politicians, they don't have the Australian flag like if they're doing like a little press conference, they'll have the Aboriginal flag, they'll have another flag, but there's no Australian flag. And so they're even thinking that flags are inspire like nationalism. Nationalism is racism. So it's not we're not far off the like all flags being deemed as like hate symbols and symbols of like oppression, of like racism and colonialism and all the isms. And he says, "Merry Christmas, you legends!" And at a family function right now, I had to nip to wish everyone. Thanks for dropping in, Andy, and I appreciate it. Have a good family function there as well. Floridans crack me up when they say it's cold in 50 degrees. Nillian says, "Hey, man, just leaving my Christmas wishes here. Been watching for over a year now and really hope this channel sticks around. Merry Christmas to you and your family." Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate that. And Merry Christmas to you and your family as well. Tracy says, "Never been on a plane. I have no desire to visit New York City or any city in California." Like when I was in LA, LA to me was weird, was pretty insane. I couldn't get over the homelessness or just people sleeping. You don't see that. You don't see that here in Australia. But I couldn't get over the level of homelessness, and this was like Los Angeles, the middle where we were. Forget the buildings. They're the biggest data centers in the world, the richest, and yet there's so many homeless people. I couldn't get over it. I really couldn't understand it. Have you been on a walkabout? I don't do a lot of like. Well, I understand what you're saying. Walkabout. It's more of an Aboriginal term. I do a lot of rideabout. I ride my bike. Ride my bike an awful lot. Alpha says, "I never knew you were Australian." Yeah, mate. Yeah, Aussie. Flags. And John Smith says flags equals far right. Obviously, flags, nationalism, patriotism, all the good things that encapsulates a country. Of course, that's what the left are against. That's what they hate. They want globalism. They want an end to nationalism. They want an end to nationalist pride. They want to open borders. They want to flood in. They want to. What's the word? Take away your culture. They want to. Yeah, it's that whole globalist agenda. Dr. Jill Alice Cooper says, "Salty Army loves Meme the Left." I love the salty army as well. It's a balmy -9 here in Nepa, N-E-P-A, Nepa. Not sure where that is. Mike, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too. Merry Christmas to you too, Mike. Yeah, anyone right of Mayo, far right extremist. Absolutely. Gary's peace on earth and to Meme the Left family. That's really, thanks, mate. Absolutely. Cosina, Merry Christmas, brother. Love your work. It makes me grin every day. Our Aussie humour is perfect for calling out these monkeys running the show, mate. I'm glad it makes you grin every day. John, good night. My mum wants me to go to bed, mate. Listen to your mum. Yeah, sheepdog. Many of them like being homeless. They get fed and they don't have to get up at 5 and go to work. Yeah, it's like obviously a very complicated kind of like situation there. But I was just I was at the number of people begging on the streets in LA. It was just it was I've never really I've never really seen that before. Yeah, you should see San Francisco. Yeah, when downtown Los Angeles, it was like because I was staying up in the Hollywood Hills with a mate of mine who ran a fairly big web hosting company back when I was in the hosting industry. So I was staying in the Hollywood Hills, and it is amazing, the poverty. What I couldn't understand is you have a very rich neighborhood, and then you come to a very poor neighborhood, like just night and day, and he was saying, you don't get out of your car here. You don't get out of your car in this part, but you're safe over in this part. So to me, that's all quite strange. Spurge, thank you so much for the super chat there. So thanks for all you do, mate. Have a fantastic Christmas. You have a fantastic Christmas too. Someone said, who made the Meme the Left song at the end of the memes? I'd have to. I linked to it in the description. I think it's Ogra. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing his name wrong. If he's in the stream right now, yeah, he just approached me on Twitter and said, "Hey man, I'd like to make a song for you." And I'm like, "Be great." And then I kind of didn't think much of it, kind of thing. And like 2 days later, he comes back and it's like, "Dude, that's awesome. That's great. I could maybe use that as an outro or something like that." And yeah, didn't want any money for it. Didn't want any thanks for it. But I put a link to his BitChute in the description of the videos that I've used that outro on. So I love it. I kind of like that acoustic-y kind of music as well. Yeah. Kusina says, can you get stuck into our so-called government here in Australia? A bit more on the new year. They don't really sort of cover a lot of like Australian politics on the. But if there, I would, because that's not the audience. That's not the audience of this channel. The audience of this channel, is obviously it's like 65% like American. But yeah. But if there's something that very big, I have done videos of Australian, issues in the past, but we're more focused around. We don't really focus a lot on the Australian scene. Ocean whacked man says, "Merry Christmas, Mr. White. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to you too." So, Ocean breathes salty. I watched your interview with Salty talking about when he had only 10 viewers. Actually, yeah, that was actually the first interview with Salty Cracker we did on a live stream 2 years ago or something like that. And I think at the time he had about 8,000 subscribers. We had about 5,000 subscribers. And then after that, he just shot to the moon. He was like a rocket ship and went straight up. But yeah, that was a good interview. And getting into the origins of Salty. And then Mrs. Salty clipped a section of that live stream, put it up on her Mrs. Salty channel. I think it's got like 120,000 views or something like that. And it was like the birth of Salty Cracker. And yeah, Salty's first video was him with his phone, and he's just looking over because I think he was a teacher back then, or a teacher's, he did something with the education system over there. And he was looking through a handbook that was given to teachers describing how to be woke. There's all this woke information, all this like far woke ideology that they're trying to push. And he's just got his phone and he's just complaining about well, I don't say that in a negative way, but he's just saying, look at this garbage. Look at the garbage that their teachers are pumping out. Look at this garbage in this handbook. And that was his first video. So I love going back and watching a channel's first video. I think he might have deleted that video. A lot of creators have deleted a lot of older content. But I think he deleted that video. But it was just a very simple video, and that's how his channel got started. And and if you want to start your channel, I'm very encouraging, just open up a YouTube, get it going, just start going, just Just talk. Get a camera and talk. I think Salty didn't even have a camera for like 6 months. It was just all audio. The videos he used to make were just all audio over like I can't even remember the type of videos, but I think when we did our live stream, that might have been the first time he was actually on a camera. The lighting was terrible. He had no lighting above him. It was, but it was just such a great interview. Chris says, do you know RV Yemeni, another awesome Aussie? You know, not personally, but I know his work. I know definitely know his work. He's obviously with the, I've never communicated anything with him. It's funny, some creators, like, you'd think there'd be this massive brotherhood or sister, familyhood of YouTube creators. We'd all be kind of like working together, but it's so hard. Some people are just, they're not interested in interacting with others. Like, I talk to a lot of creators, Hivemind, Memology, Salty, Frank. There's a bunch of others I'm missing as well, but some I've reached out to and it's like they just ignore you. They don't want anything to do with you. And even like, it's crazy. You'd think there'd be this really like working behind the scenes, but it kind of doesn't happen. IO Scope says, Mean Left say, I am the one who memes. I couldn't do it. I can't. I'm the one. I know the scene that I'm the one who who memes. Yeah. Battle lines drawn for a long time now. Greg says, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too. Fred Arco, thanks for the laughs and the excellent work you do. Cheers from Germany and Merry Christmas. Stand for freedom. That's right. I forget who was the person who said they're not so much the freedom. I do. I stand for freedom, but I don't. Where freedom is more on the right of politics. There's no freedom on the left of politics. The left of politics is authoritarianism. It's woke culture. It's you must follow. It's a cult. The left of politics is a cult. I stand for freedom, which just happens to be more on the right, in the right spectrum of politics. Salty Army and Salty Army Black Panther loves Mean Left. Give it a couple of months and Mean the Left, you'll have 1 million subscribers. I can't even visualize that. I think someone mentioned Bearing. Bearing's another great. Look at a lot of Aussie content creators that are working in more like the global. That don't just do Australian content. They work on the in the global and. Ocean Breeze, Salty, Let's Be Frank has been having people on. Definitely, I'd love to do like interviews with other creators. I'm actually going on Frank's the last podcast or whatever he called last podcast in a few weeks. Yeah, Geeks and Gamers. I love their I love the what is it, the how they have the, was it the Friday Night Tights or the Friday, whatever they call it. And they have about 6 or 7 people on the stream. I think those streams can be pretty entertaining, and that's something like Frank's doing with things like Last Pubcast, or I forget what he's actually calling it. I think it's the last pubcast there, but 4 or 5 or 6 people kind of on the screen, getting some really good conversations going. Okay, I think I've probably gone about half an hour longer than I really wanted to. I just really wanted to go for about an hour and just to have a bit of a quick catch up. Yeah, it's been a while since we've done a live stream, but as I said, we'll be taking a couple of weeks off, coming back in sort of like end of January. hitting 2023 hard, slightly new format. Memes of the day will be continuing. We'll be doing some slightly different kind of content for next year. So yes, I thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching the videos, for liking. I hope that you get a smile. I hope you get a laugh. And thank you thank you for watching here today on the live stream. And so I always find it hard wrapping up live streams are the hardest thing ever, because I just want to kind of keep them. I could go for hours. I could really go for hours, but my throat. Waffle says last American pubcast. That's what I knew. I knew I was getting that. I knew I was getting that wrong. So everyone, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Like most of you, Christmas Day will be tomorrow. A very, very warm Merry Christmas from both my wife and myself here at Meme the Left, and we will see you in the new year. We'll see towards like end of January, where we'll be hitting 2023 hard, and of course the big 2024 leading up to the big show in 2024. Everyone, have a merry and have a safe Christmas. Thank you so much for hanging out here in the live stream.